डिटेक्ट जो किया है?
We had received a complaint on 11th of February, alleging that there one foreign national who had travelled to Goa, he had been kidnapped by few people. Accordingly, we registered a case of kidnapping and constituted various teams. And with the joint effort of Crime Branch, Vasco Police, ATS, and Kenyan Police, we have been able to trace down the victim from a bungalow in Porvorim. 12 accused have been arrested, and their vehicles used in the crime and other materials related to crime have been recovered. And the victim has been safely rescued, and another person was also rescued along with the main victim in this case, who was also brought from a separate place from Punjab. And we are also tracing his details. Their family members have been informed, and we are conducting further investigation.
सर, किडनैपिंग का मोटिव क्या था? फैमिली को डायरेक्टली रैंसम के लिए कॉल किया जा रहा था?
These people, this is a gang who operates. They lure valuable travelers who intend to travel to other countries, and once they are in their net, they take the initial payment from them, and then they further, and then they detain them at this place, and they ask for further payment from their families.
Was there intention to kill the victim after getting the money?
We are investigating.
So he was abducted, as far as we understood, spoke to him and got to know he was abducted somewhere. He said it was 40 minutes far away from the airport, as he knew, and it was a 7 rooms in that building. It was a double story, 2 floors, and there were around 13 people who have been keeping them. They have his feet were tied with rope. They were beating them with some stick, and they were asking them to. They were forcing them to tell their family that they have reached Toronto. It is cold weather. There is heater. They are in quarantine center. So they were making and forcing them by those people to say all these lies to their family for taking ransom. So, my friend Shapoor came to Goa on 7th. As soon as he came here, we got to know that he was here. He was introduced with some people here who said that he can be transported to Toronto, Canada. So he got into their influence, and he accepted their deal. And they have said that because they will be transporting him to Toronto, he has to pay some money. So in advance, they said that they don't need any kind of money. When he reached Toronto, they can ask Shapoor to pay the money. So what happened? Shapoor said yes for the deal, and Shapoor started cooperating with them. So accordingly, they kidnapped Shapoor, and after that, they started building documents, fake documents, that Shapoor has reached Toronto. They started taking his phone. He was abducted, and accordingly, they were informing his family that he has reached Toronto. He is in quarantine center, and he cannot talk. So they have photoshopped some photos of the passports and boarding pass and everything, and they were accordingly sending it to the family and asking for the money to be released. So all the documents were fake, and they were beating Shapoor, and they have made him by force to say that he has reached Toronto. And accordingly, by the help of Vasco Police, and once we got to know in Delhi, we contacted Vasco Police, and Vasco Police, being very accurate and being very smart, they have started investigating. They have checked the CCTVs of Goa airport. They have checked the arrival and everything. And once we reached to Goa, they have cooperated with us, and they have been very fast, and we really appreciate the time and as well as their cooperation and efforts. They have been able to find Shapoor in 3 days, even less than 3 days. They were able to trace them, they were able to trace the locations, and as well as they have taken care of everything and found out Shapoor in very less time and as soon as possible. I am actually really happy by the efforts, and whatever they are paying, taking care of such cases, and basically finding out the criminals who are doing such cases. really appreciate their effort and their work. We are really happy being such a victim has been released.